Are you hosting? I think you're hosting. I don't think we.
I don't I don't remember. I don't know. I have nothing prepared.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
haven't
We just
I
we could
haven't
we could just you know
talked
just talk. This could
because
be. We don't. It doesn't need to be formal. It never is, right?
yeah, if we're recording, let's keep this in. And let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Uh
Um,
yeah,
last. I'm gonna say last week. The last time we recorded. Uh, has it been 3 weeks now? I think
might
this.
be. Yep.
Yeah. I think we pulled guitars out. Do you want to talk about our guitars?
Oh, damn. I
Are
let's
they
bump that to next week because I don't really
okay?
have prepared statement. Also, I thought it'd be like kind of show and telly.
Oh yeah. Well,
Um
I don't have a lot to show because I only have two guitars, and they're
I
not
was just
big.
gonna I was gonna show like two or three guitars. Let's
Okay.
do it next week. Also, I don't have the bucket with me, so we'll
Okay.
yeah, we'll save it for that.
Sounds good. So,
Uh,
while I was gone, on holiday, as they say,
where were you, by the
I
way?
was in Ohio
The whole time?
the whole time.
Oh, I thought
Well,
you
I
went
did,
like
I did, I did traverse Tennessee, Kentucky
uh,
to get to Ohio, but
yeah.
yeah, I was in Ohio. Uh,
Was it nice? Did you have fun?
yeah, the weather was really good. I don't know how it is in Colorado, but it was like while
Oh,
we were there, like it was like very comfortable. It was like the indoor temperature. It was
oh, it's
great.
super hot here. I hate it. I'm not going outside ever again.
It's really hot here in Alabama. I feel like I was like sweating. I was at a birthday party
Yeah.
that Marley got invited to, and it was outside. And I was like, I'm sorry, I have to. They were doing like a splash pad thing, so they were getting wet. I was like, I gotta go wait in the car, and I'm just have the AC on, and I'll just watch you for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not into this summer. A little depressed actually when it gets hot out.
Yeah, it's
Um,
uncomfortable. I don't like it.
I mean it's not like I don't think it's crazy hot yet. It will be like in a month or so. Let's see, but it's probably 90. Oh, it's 86. Okay,
Yeah, my
but
car
86,
thermostat said it
no
was 100,
humidity,
102 or something like that, but I don't think it's accurate. I think it adds a few degrees.
maybe.
But
Also, that
it
could
felt like it.
no that actually could be accurate. Maybe even like on the low side.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
could like you could cook food in a car,
Oh
a
yeah.
parked car.
Yeah.
It's crazy like growing up in Florida like cuz it was so hot and I feel like I was more tolerant of it back then and as I get older I'm just like, "Oh, I need to go further north."
I think you get used to it.
I
You
guess.
get used to having a sweaty butt.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah. Uh, I think the proper term is swamp ass. The
Yeah.
technical term.
I've been watching this show called Upload. It's an Amazon Prime show. It's good. Um it's by the guy Greg Daniels who made The Office and Parks and Rec, so it's like
Oh,
it's it's funny sometimes. Season one was very funny. Season three was funny. Season two was very serious. Had like a lot of cool mystery though. Anyways, I do remember this one part where this lady is teaching an AI robot like what swamp ass is. That just got in my head. Like he like gets like personified into a body and he goes out in the world for the first time and he's like, why do I feel this way? She's like, that's called swamp ass. And he's like,
um,
it's a good show.
I when we were so it started warming up in Ohio like towards the end of the trip. So like
Mhm.
a couple days ago, and we were at the zoo and we did a lot of walking, and I definitely got some chub rub. Um,
Oh no.
yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
Is Chub Rub like your
That's where
thighs?
your thighs are rubbing together. They call it chub rub because of
Hmm. I've never heard the term, but I used the context clues. I figured it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It means my thighs are a little too chubby. I probably need to slim them.
I think I have that right now actually. I
You have
think
chub
my
rub right
thighs
now,
are
or
I
just
think I think I have thighs that are chubby enough that that's going to be a problem in the next couple months.
yeah? I need to keep it tight.
Your turn,
as
man.
they say in that movie Knocked Up. This is like one of my favorite scenes where he's talking to the I forget her name. You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember Knocked Up?
I don't. I saw the movie once. I don't remember
Uh
it that well.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's Seth Rogen and some woman, and
Yeah, she's
they have
been
a
in a lot of
baby.
stuff, but I'm also really bad with celebrity names, but
Yeah.
she just got pregnant and she's starting to gain some weight and he has a meeting with her and he's like, "Let's you're doing great, but let's just keep it tight." He keeps saying that. Let's tighten it up.
I I'm having like actually like a memory now of seeing part of it. I wonder if maybe I just caught part of it because I don't
Um,
remember it well enough at all.
I don't
They
remember it in detail. I just remember Paul Rudd's in it. He's funny. Seth
okay.
Rogen's
I don't
funny.
think I saw it then. I don't
Oh,
remember him in it
you
at
should
all.
watch it. It's a good Seth Rogen movie. It's
I
old
don't.
now. That
Maybe
was like
I'm.
from I think it was like 2005, 2006.
I could be confusing it with a different movie, or it's just the passage of time.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I like Seth Rogen though.
I was gonna say something related to news that both of us have been talking about for a while, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, Starliner. That thing
Oh yeah,
finally launched while it was like was it 2 weeks ago or yeah last week? It may have been last week. I think it was
probably a
last
week
week.
ago.
Yeah. Um, so I was happy to hear that went well. But I did hear that the return they're extending it. Did you hear about that? Like
Right.
they delayed it probably to like make sure everything's kosher.
Well, isn't it? Hasn't it sprung like a dozen helium leaks
I mean,
since it's been like
since it's been up
docked?
docked, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I didn't know that.
I think so. I kind
Oh,
of stopped
okay.
following it because I'm just like, I don't
This
know. I hate the whole story. It just seems so irresponsible.
yeah,
You
it seems
know,
like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a term. It seems like going in
irresponsible.
irresponsible. Yeah,
I can't. I mean, there's
it
those were
seems
like,
dangerous. It seems like getting in a barrel and going down Niagara Falls or something.
yeah, it seems very primitive. Like just being like, I don't know, fingers crossed. I don't know. I don't like that they did that to those astronauts. Also, the emotional roller coaster of like so many delays.
Oh yeah, it's
That
like we're
guy, that
launching in a
guy,
couple minutes and then it gets delayed. They were doing a
Butch,
countdown.
Butch, I think is Wilson, the male
Mhm.
astronaut guy. He was giving all these very impassioned, like patriotic speeches,
Before
right as
each,
they're counting it
uh,
down. And every single time, it's like I'm like, dude, you need to just save this, consolidate all the greatest hits of your things for the real one. Be like, are we really going 10, 9, 8? And they'd be like, all right, God bless America, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna go to space, like, but
we should mash up all of his speeches like if they're out on the internet where he's doing it like that'd
yeah,
be funny. That'd be a funny little clip. Like he says the speech and then
yeah.
we switch it to and it's been delayed or it's mission scrubbed.
It
We'll have
did
to
happen like
yeah.
over and over and over. It's ridiculous. And also, I saw more Boeing trouble for Boeing. Like, I guess what's really behind the scenes is that they've been getting ripped off, maybe willingly or knowingly, like buying parts that are supposed to be made with like premium alloys, like titanium stuff that are not, you know?
Oh, they're
So they're
getting
like,
ripped off
yeah, but
by
I
their
think it
suppliers.
seems like there's a pattern of them almost just being like, all right, well, it's in there. It's put together. Let's just hope it stays together. And it seems like they're not. And then there was this today there was this Dutch roll incident, which I'm still looking into. I don't really understand what the Dutch roll maneuver is, but it's something that a plane does not want to do. Sounds bad.
Oh,
Dutch roll.
okay.
It's
There's a
something where we'll follow up because I didn't completely. I need to see a visualization of it, really, or
yeah.
ask my dad.
There's a military, I think it's a military term where the when a plane goes upside down, where it's called
Uh,
going it went tits up. It's like a bad thing.
yeah,
I think it's a fun little
it's a
thing to say.
that
It
is a
went
fun
tits up.
term. Yeah, that's like I think that's probably impossible. Did you ever see the movie Flight? Denzel Washington movie?
I think I did, but I don't remember it well. Is that the one where he has a drinking problem?
Yeah. But he does like kind of a Sully Sullenberger type thing, with a plane, but he's completely obliterated while he does it. He rolled the whole plane.
Yeah.
Um,
But
I
it
think
turned
that
out
is
to be a good
impossible.
thing, right? It was a good thing because he saved lives from it or
He
something like that.
saved lives, but then he there was like a whole he's like in court and he's like, yeah, I was drunk during that, and I'm drunk right now. It's a great movie.
Yeah. He probably wasn't drinking these, I'll tell you that.
That would take a
I
lot
guess
of
we weren't
those.
recording earlier when I brought this up, but this has been in my fridge for 2 years. Jesse hasn't drank it, so I'm drinking it now. Taking care of
Thanks to
business.
Seagram's for
For
sponsoring this
sponsoring,
video.
yeah, this episode.
your your
You're
old
something
hard
else.
seltzer drinks are garbage. Oh, tremolo.
Try
My
not to be
cat's
wasteful.
I want her to get on camera at some point during this recording. She's like she's losing another tooth right now, and it's one of the like the big fang ones,
Yeah.
like that's like she's like down to like one, I think. That one I think she still has. But now this one's coming out, and it's like falling forward, so it's like hanging out of her mouth like a
Uh,
snaggle tooth. It looks so uncomfortable. It's just like I just want to pluck it right out, but she won't let me get near it. It's pretty crazy. Also, if anyone's listening, they're like, take her to a vet, dude. But no, I looked it up and it's like I don't know why this is, but it says like cat teeth and dog teeth extractions range from $50 to like $1,300. I'm like, okay, I don't want to take that kind of risk. I'm
why
just gonna
why
let it
is her
fall
teeth
out.
falling out? Just because she's older, or
She's old and she has bad genetics, most likely.
um,
She has the worst teeth, dude. Like I mean, like when she was like had all healthy teeth, she had like the four canines or whatever they're called, and then just a bunch of little odd, almost like primordial baby teeth, all just in random places. She's got really like weird teeth genetics. Um,
my I think I told you about this. My sister and her family, they bought a Persian something cat. It's like white. It doesn't shed. She has to like groom it. It sounds like a lot
mhm.
of work. She has
Wow.
to take it to be groomed, and its teeth are all fucked up. It's Yeah. I think that I don't know if they got the teeth pulled, but like that cat has snaggle teeth and or
Yeah.
multiple snaggle teeth. Um, it's pretty ugly.
That's weird because I would understand it like with like just stray cats, that are
Yeah.
just like probably there's weird inbreeding and stuff with just strays that end up in
Yeah, this was
shelters.
a purebred
Yeah, it seems like a
Persian.
designer cat, but then
Yeah.
again, designer cats are usually hyper inbred. That's how they
Yeah.
get them
It's
their
like
the
it's
traits
like a
they
Mick
want.
Poyle for the It's Always Sunny fans.
Yeah, dude, I started watching another new show on Apple TV called Dark Matter. That's really great. I like it a
That name
lot,
sounds
and
familiar.
and that guy Jimmy Simpson, the he's on it, but it's not like he's actually kind of funny, but it's not really a funny show, but he's sort of like he adds a little levity. I've been watching a lot of Apple TV stuff.
I
Yeah,
need
that
to,
show's
I've been paying for Apple TV. I need to watch some shows on there. Um, The
I
Boys
could
season
definitely
four just came out though,
recommend.
so I've been watching.
Oh,
Well, there's only 3 episodes. I'm on the third episode now. I've been watching that.
I didn't realize it was already out.
I think it came
But
out Thursday. I meant to text the group, be like, "Hey, The Boys is out." Maybe I'll do that after we record.
yeah, maybe I'll watch that later. But yeah, Dark Matter. If you got Apple TV, it's cool. Um, it's definitely gonna get renewed for a second season. Seems like people like it. There's like one more episode next week, I think. And then Sugar. Sugar's a cool show.
Sugar. What's that
It's
about?
like a call. I can't talk about it too much because it is like it gives it away if I talk about
Oh,
it too much. But
okay.
it is a Colin Farrell is a detective.
I feel like he's been a detective other times too.
He
Colin
was
Farrell.
on I think second season of True Detective.
Oh, I never saw True Detective. That's another show I need to watch. For another streaming app that I pay for, but I don't use very often. I need to. I need to use it more.
Yeah, yeah. That first season was great.
I mostly use your Hulu to
Yeah,
rewatch shows I've already seen.
I probably use Hulu and Disney Plus the least. It's
Really?
weird. Yeah, I
Well, if you ever cancel it, don't feel bad. I just
uh I don't know. I'll keep it probably because it's like it's not super expensive. And there's a lot of Disney stuff I do like. I just haven't really been watching a lot of. Been watching like more dark, heavy, trippy
Hmm.
stuff. But yeah, Sugar was really cool. Um, Also, I'd strongly encourage you just to watch it and not look it up because
Sugar.
it's like the spoiler alerts on that show are huge. So if you watch it and you read, oh, this is what the show is, it'll just completely change your viewing experience.
Ah, okay.
But it is excellent.
I'll make a note
Um,
to do that.
yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff lately. Um, Oh, you know what movie I gotta recommend? Netflix movie. Recommend it to everyone. Leave the World Behind. That's a cool movie. Uh, it's like it's pretty intense. It's a pretty intense movie, but it's very good. I watched it twice.
The Airbnb we stayed at had Netflix, but Marley was with us obviously the entire time. So I couldn't watch any like adult shows. I wanted to watch Three Body
Yeah.
Problem. I ended up watching
Oh yeah.
like some more PG stuff. I watched The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield because
Mm.
I've never seen that. I've never seen the second one either. Still haven't seen the second one, but I did watch The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I think that came out in
Yeah, the
2012.
second one
It's not as
you
good,
could skip it.
really.
Really, it's that bad, and it also just kind of ends like
Yeah.
just sort of like it's just yeah, it's pretty rough.
I
I
know.
like Andrew Garfield though, so I was like, I liked his version of Spider-Man, but I just don't like Tobey Maguire, I guess. So I was like, oh, this is an improvement. And then we got the little British guy. I like him. I forget his name. um,
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah, that's right.
It took me a
There's
minute.
another there's another actor, British actor, like an old famous British actor named Tom Hollander, and I've like had this thing where I'm like, that's not right, but I'm like, I know it's like that.
Yeah, I think there's
I'm
another like famous person named Tom Holland too. I'm pretty sure. There's
pretty
multiple Hollands, yeah. It's kind of a generic name, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty boring white. Um, anyway, yeah, Leave the World Behind. Definitely not something you could watch with kids around. It's like an apocalyptic thing.
Oh, okay.
Great movie though. Um, it's like a realistic apocalyptic movie though. It's like one where I'm like, oh, this is so real and so topical. It's also produced by the Obamas, so I'm like, huh, are they like share? Oh, Chum Chum, you're so dirty.
Are they in the credits? Like, do they refer to themselves as the Obamas?
No, I think it just says produced by Brock and Michelle.
Oh, wow. They don't even need to put their last name. Can you imagine being so famous? It's like, oh yeah, this is produced by Kevin and Matt. You don't. We're not even gonna put our last
That'd be
names.
awesome. Yeah, the can you imagine being so famous that you're like, you know what? I'm gonna drop the Obama name. I don't want to be like that's what the oldest daughter did. She's like going into like I think doing some kind of media work, and she's like, I want to be my own person. So she's like Malia something else.
Maybe her middle name.
Maybe or Sasha, maybe it's Sasha, whatever the older one is. She's like, I'm not an Obama anymore, which is a little weird.
Yeah. Hmm.
Anyway, that's enough of media
Streaming. Yeah, I
recommendations,
was gonna say we'll have
probably.
to name the episode. What to stream, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
stream team
Stream Team, Stream Team Six.
could be our that
We
could
could
be
be-
our
I don't
segment.
know who the other, four people are, but I guess we could lump our cats
Um,
in. There's four. We need two more.
the
The
Brock
Obamas.
and Michelle,
Stream Team
the stream
Six.
team. Uh,
I like that name actually.
uh,
Stream Team Six.
that's a good episode name.
Um,
So what else has been going on in the world? I haven't really been paying as much of attention
I I
lately.
don't pay a lot of attention either, but there was a couple things. Hunter Biden this week he was convicted on all three gun charges. I thought this was interesting. I that Joe Biden's publicly said that he's not going to like pardon him or like interfere with.
Well, No,
His
it's kind of like
he said that. I
it
don't
is
believe it's
talking
gonna
out of the
be.
both sides of their mouth
Yeah.
because they said we're not going to pardon him, but we are going to probably look into commuting the sentence.
He
It's
I
basically
read
the
that he
same.
wasn't gonna commute the sentence for the sentencing.
Hmm.
Like there's like a public statement of him saying
Last
that. I feel like it's in a weird. He's like gonna be in a weird position when it's your son. Um, I don't
right,
think he should. I don't think he should interfere. But I just also I'm trying to think what would it be like to be a father and like your son is going to jail. And he probably won't go
and
to jail because he's rich and he'll probably I don't know.
it is gun charges though and drugs.
Yeah,
It's not it's different. Like I could see Donald Trump getting like
it's a first offense though. He
Mar-a-Lago house arrest because his was a class, not a classy felony. I kept hearing them say that, like, it's a
yeah.
classy felony. I'm like, is that because it's like a financial classy? It's like, no, it's a class E as an elephant. Um, so, but yeah, so class E, he's like not gonna like probably do prison time, but I could see him getting like a house arrest in Mar-a-Lago or something. But Hunter might
He might,
have to
yeah.
do a little time because
Well,
it's considered violent in a way
yeah,
and criminal. I say lock them both up, Hunter and Donald. Just lock them up. They're criminals, and you know what? I don't think they should get a pass.
yeah. Um, Here's what I was thinking. I was like try I was when I was thinking about like how Joe Biden would handle this. I think if he doesn't get reelected
Uh-huh.
and Trump gets elected, I think Trump's going to pardon himself, and I think Biden in his last month or two there in the White House, I think he'll pardon his son, even though he said that
Yeah,
he wouldn't. He has nothing to lose. I think that's going to happen. I don't think he should.
yeah.
I don't think Trump should do anything either. I don't think he should pardon himself. I think that's a weird like
It doesn't make
it's
sense.
it's
Yeah.
it's way too I don't know. I think there needs to be some limits on executive power. I think maybe the pardons I do like it when they pardon things that I don't agree with, like, you know,
Mhm.
some of the whistleblower stuff. Like, of course I feel like they should
Yeah.
be pardoned. Um oh, did you hear speaking of whistleblower and like just Pentagon stuff like that, did you hear about that Reuters investigation? Where
Um.
the Pentagon's like Philippines they had some
Yeah.
propaganda thing about like anti-vax
Yeah.
with China.
Yeah. It
I,
was China is the virus was
yeah,
the thing that they had all these bot accounts tweeting, which is interesting because at the time the narrative was like that's racist
yeah, that's what
to say that,
I thought that was really that was
and anti-vax was considered dangerous as an ideology,
the
and then
CIA
the
was
whole
pushing that.
narrative of like blaming Wuhan. It was like, oh no, you're alt right if you do that. But it was like, oh, that was their whole campaign was to just undermine China.
Yeah, I also think it's weird
To
that it was outsourced to a
mhm,
contractor to do these posts. It's like how much work is it really to like make they made some crappy social media posts. I was looking at examples. I was like,
yeah,
these don't even look that good.
yeah, I don't
Make
know.
some
I mean,
better, higher quality memes, you know?
I guess just it's a very lazy effort to distance themselves from it, but it's like, come on, there's a
And
paper trail.
even the contractors didn't do a good job of they did that
Yeah,
was part of the investigation. Like they did not do a good job of like covering that it was for the Pentagon.
yeah. It's a weird story. I think that's pretty much the extent of what I read about it. Like, I don't know the scope of it. One time I saw when it was Reuters and Al Jazeera were first like trying to put this out there. They were saying there was like maybe 300 of these bot accounts. These
Yeah.
China is the virus accounts.
Yeah, I actually
So
I wrote down some of the things from it. Reuters identified at least 300 accounts on X, formerly Twitter, that matched descriptions shared by former US military officials familiar with the Philippines operation. They're all created in the summer of 2020, which was around the time that like you said they were like you can't say that about China.
yeah,
Um, uh, and centered on the slogan China
it is the virus. Well,
China
the
ang
translation is
virus.
China is the China is the virus is the translation of what that is
Okay,
in Filipino or whatever the
gotcha.
language is.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Pretty interesting, not surprising.
It's
There's
not
a lot of
surprising, yeah.
fuckery with a lot of
I really don't like propaganda. I know it maybe it's a necessary evil, but I it seems so dishonest that I feel like we should be above that, you know? Like,
I think everyone does it. So our probably our thinking is we have to play the game, you
yeah,
know?
it doesn't it seem like shitty? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how to
It's to
articulate
me
it,
it's
but it just
to me it seems like the bad guys do that, but we do a lot of bad guy stuff
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's like one of the truest things Trump said when he was running. This is probably back in like maybe 2016 or 2017 when he was being interviewed. I think it was on CNN, and he was saying like, a lot of killers. There's a lot of killers out there. And he's like, we're killers. We got a lot of killers in our government. It was like, yeah, that is kind of true.
Yeah.
We play dirty because I guess our enemies play dirty, and like you said,
Maybe it's a
we shouldn't
necessary.
sink to their level, but I think it's some just part of the process.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just don't like the way it makes me feel when I read stuff like that. It doesn't make me super
I don't.
proud to be like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's so many things though. Like this is actually probably one of the smallest.
Oh yeah, compared to other things, yeah, there's way more.
This like yeah. There's so many other like CIA operations and things that have come out and that are really nasty business. That I'm like, oh, this one's just a little bit of like troll farm. You know,
Yeah.
I then again, it is a weird small operation just because they're like, oh, the Philippines are getting way too, China is getting way too much like a leverage on the
Right.
narrative. I don't know. It's a weird thing. China is the virus. That's crazy. That's is crazy when you just break it down that way. Like if you could go back in time, and be like, well, here's what's going on behind the scenes when they're telling you what's offensive and what you're allowed to say and about anti-vax and the lab leak theory and
I think
or a bioweapon,
it
whatever.
was mostly the media saying it was like racist or I forget how they worded it. What did they say? Was it
I don't know, but I remember when Donald Trump would say, call it the Kung flu, which is hilarious. Everyone said, that's terrible.
Oh yeah, they or
That's,
when he called it China virus, like that
yeah,
he got
yeah,
the media used to kind of just make fun of him for that, be like that's that's not necessarily true. We don't know.
right.
But
I think we know.
yeah.
I think we know. What do you think,
Hmm.
Tremolo?
I had a question for you because you follow this more closely. Are there any updates on RFK Jr. De qualifying for the
Uh,
debates?
he's got to get one more 15% poll,
Just one
and
more,
then
and then he's in.
one more. Well, probably. I don't think they're gonna let him,
You
no
think?
matter what. I think
Mm,
it's manipulated. He's almost even given up, and he said, "I think most likely we'll be qualified in July, so then we can do the September debate." Um,
mm,
but yeah, so right now I think he's at like it was 278 or 308 like last time I checked the electoral votes he needs. So he qualifies there. And then bizarrely enough, the first the first poll that he did qualify for above 15% was CNN's own poll. And then also Quinnipiac, he's been doing well on, and the New York Times Siena poll, and then Monmouth or Monmouth, I'm not sure how to say that one. I thought he did qualify for it, and then he said we're good, and then CNN said we're actually not going to count the Monmouth one anymore. It's not a nationally recognized poll. So they kind of changed the terms, but then it does. Last I looked up, it was on their list, so I don't really know what's happening there. Um,
hmm.
but uh,
That's
but yeah, it's
that seems dishonest. It was on their list, and then there's
yeah, it's all been very sketchy. It is really funny though, just to think that like CNN's own poll, he did quite well on.
yeah.
Um,
They're like, oh, that doesn't count though.
No, that one does
Oh,
count.
okay,
They
good.
can't get out of that. But it is still weird because like they're only making these terms the criteria for the third party candidate since they're just saying Trump and Biden are the presumptive nominees, but because this is before the conventions,
Hmm.
they're technically not. Actually, right now, technically, if you just like if you ignore this whole presumptive nominee thing, Bobby Kennedy is the most qualified of anyone running for president. You know,
Yeah, they don't.
also,
The
also with his
delegates,
favorability,
the delegates haven't been assigned yet to the.
right? That anything could happen. I mean, right now, like Joe Biden's not doing very well, like in every way. But I'm saying just physically, like at the G7 summit, a lot of people spoke out against him, said this is the worst we've ever seen him. This is embarrassing for America. Other countries saying that they're like, this is an embarrassment, you guys. Um,
I get ads on YouTube where Barack Obama and Biden are standing next to each other, and Biden
mhm,
looks so sleepy. He's
yeah,
like Obama has like he's awake and he's talking. He's like support
yeah,
my friend Joe Biden. I forget what he says in the commercial or the advertisement,
yeah,
but Biden's just like this, like his eyes are barely
yeah.
open, which is normal for him, right? But I mean normal for
Yeah.
him at the last couple years as he's aged. I just
Well,
don't
he's
remember his
he's.
eyes being so squinty.
I mean, he's getting he's getting what am I trying to say? Corralled around all over the place. It's a lot. It's got to be like exhausting for an 81-year-old dude.
It's if
Um,
anything, it's making him age faster, right? I think they say that when you're. Didn't
yeah.
Obama start
Also,
looking really old almost very quickly after? I mean, he compared to Biden, though. Um, but I remember
yeah,
his hair started turning white. Like it seemed like within four
yeah,
years, it was like all dark and then lots of gray hairs and I don't
yeah.
know.
Why don't they use just for men in the White House? It
Can't
seems
do
to
it.
be like, um,
Maybe it's a
yeah,
sign of wisdom. People are like, oh, you want a few grays on there. It's means you're wise.
yeah. That's Jill Biden. Jill Biden's whole entire argument about her husband is like his age is his like superpower. It makes him better at his job because he's an old man. That's like doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, he's yeah whatever he's on to keep him going and stuff. There's definitely like it seems like there's definitely like some kind of side effects or some kind of something that makes him worse at times.
Yeah.
Which does make sense. You take drugs, strong drugs, and there are consequences.
Yeah, he's gonna need to get some new poppers.
Yeah, I saw that Donald Trump was like one of the terms he made for the debate is he said we get drug tested before it, but the Biden administration is like no, we're not doing that, but we will do all the other list of demands I gave you to do this thing. Um, it is crazy though that CNN greedy CNN is doing the commercials, because they're just like, oh, this is going to be a ratings bonanza. And also, Joe Biden probably needs to take a break, gather his thoughts, go on the side of the stage, get coached a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, it's not done.
Don't they
There's no
normally
audience,
do
and there's
commercials in debates? Or
no,
no? I honestly,
never.
I'm so used to seeing commercials for
Yeah,
live news that I didn't even know that. They don't usually do that,
no.
huh?
Debates are just one and done. Town halls, I think, usually have debates,
Hmm.
um, or like these. But the presidential debate, no,
That's
that's
usually
supposed to be like 90 minutes of just talk about the
uninterrupted.
issues,
Yeah.
uninterrupted, no having notes on stage. You come up there, they give you a blank pad of paper, a pen, and a bottle of water, and they just say you're on your own for 90 minutes. That's what it's supposed to be. But they've changed the rules a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, probably for this
Otherwise,
debate they probably they're allowed cheat sheets and it's like an open book debate maybe. They could do
well,
whatever demands they want, it sounds like.
pretty much. I mean, to make it happen, they changed the rules a lot. But no, I think they're still supposed to be going up there with no notes which is going to be tough for Joe Biden because like he has cue cards for everything. Like where I mean, literally it says like, have you seen like his cue cards like when they like zoom in on him?
No.
Sometimes there's been they've been leaked, and it's really funny because like it's not just like here's your talking points. It's like say hello, stand there, now smile, look at the left teleprompter, say these things, maybe go in the middle, say something personal. It's like very scripted.
Yeah, I think
So
that
this,
level of scripting would actually like make it hard if I were to try to do something like that. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, oh, I have to
but
like read what I'm going to, you know what I mean?
we're not media trained, and we haven't
Oh
been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this for
Oh yeah.
decades.
No, I was just saying like to me that would
I
not be
think
helpful.
no, I think for these guys to like they're career politicians, I think that that's just like it's like they're
They're used to
they're
it.
so used to
Yeah.
it.
No, I
It's
get it.
second nature, just like kind of be like. For me though, I would be totally flustered. I'd be like, I have to just completely go off script.
Right.
It's gonna come from the heart.
Bullet points
That's not
sometimes
what.
are
That's not where
helpful
the
to keep
heart
me on.
is. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, he needs a teleprompter to tell him exactly what he needs to say and
Probably
not
what
say.
the
Like what the
yeah,
teleprompter tells you to smile or pause.
right. Yeah, that's funny when he reads the notes, the director notes
Mhm.
sometimes. Um, but like the plan probably is coach him super heavily, have him go up there, immediately start jotting things down,
Mhm.
like what he's been trained for. I'm sure he's going to go off stage. There's 2 commercial breaks in 90 minutes. So he's going to have a little time to like go get his
Juice up again,
uh
maybe.
cage get juiced and get KGP to be like, okay, lean more into that, stay away from that, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Uh and Donald Trump, who has no policy positions and just kind of freestyles in a reckless way, he probably isn't prepared at all. He's probably going up there just thinking this is going to be a home run. I'm talking to an elderly old man um,
Yeah, I think
with
that kind of
dementia.
messed him up a little bit in 2020 in one of the debates, right? Where he kind of rambled a little too much
Yeah,
and made himself kind of look
yeah.
stupid.
He made
But
himself look stupid and also not respectful of the process
yeah,
because he interrupted constantly. He went over his time almost every single time, you know.
yeah,
So I know that the new plan is they're gonna have the mics cut off um, when they're out of time, but it's like I guess that'll make it more organized, but still, it's like if it's equal time, I guess it's fair.
yeah.
But
As long as they both candidates have the same restrictions.
that'll probably hurt Joe Biden because a lot of if you think of the last debates, he ran down the clock a lot with just like doing his smiling, laughing off Trump things, where like
Yeah,
Trump would say something and then he'd be like and that would kill like 30 seconds, just like and now it's like, okay, but it's gonna be very like a formula.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. I kind of don't even care about watching it that much because it does feel so fake and artificial how
Should we
and
try to should
produced.
we try to protest the debate and get a gathering, encourage other people, don't watch it.
I mean, it's important though because we do need to see both their mental
I do want to
states.
watch it myself actually, just because I want to see how it goes down.
I want
But I
I
also
want to
don't want to
watch it.
support it. I don't want to support
Right.
CNN's decision for excluding third parties and um
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I mean,
in between a rock and a hard place, as they say.
I'm in the same place, Kevin, because I don't want to watch it because I do want to boycott this kind of like very fake manufactured debate. That's not really. I mean,
But at
why are
this
we doing it right
but
now?
at the
It
same
makes no
point, I
sense.
don't feel like I have really any power. Uh, our YouTube channel
Yeah.
has 27 subscribers, including us.
Well, that's
So
that's a
we
little bit of
we could
power.
influence, dozens.
I
Technically
I
dozens.
I
No, not really, actually. No, because it's not even. No, it is dozens. Yeah, 27. Yeah, it's
I
two.
would encourage people to watch it if you actually do have maybe doubts about either candidate's ability to do the job, if you're just like, I'm going to vote with the party I always vote with, I don't think you need to watch it. Just continue to do what you
Yeah,
do.
right.
Um, but if you maybe do want to see like, I don't know, should we renew their contract for more years? These two failed presidents, should we do it? I don't know. But then again, if you believe in the future of democracy being better with more options, like I think we do, then that way I understand if you want to boycott it. Like I think that, I mean, I know Jill Stein and Cornel West are barely surviving, but I think it should be opened up to, you know, at least those five serious candidates.
I think if you're in an organized party that's like on the ballot in more than a certain number of states, I feel like that nominee should be allowed in the debates.
I agree. I don't
I
I
don't even
don't want
care
to live
about
in
the
a two
polling.
part. Yeah, it's that could be so manipulated. I just don't want to live in a two like a country that has a two-party system because it's like I think it's actually kind of destroying the political process. And it's also dangerously like just making us
Intellectually lazy
enemies.
too with like politics, right? People
Yeah.
don't really have their own opinion formed on what they believe. They just kind of go right down the party line. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand like how being moderate or centrist or kind of just thinking of a different path makes you not a serious candidate in this country. I mean, I kind of want to like maybe do more reading and research, get into like anarchy and libertarianism and be like one of those guys. Just burn it all down. Um, but also, I don't have to live in this country forever. I could go somewhere else. I've thought about it. It's just,
Should we play some like patriotic music to close us out?
yeah. Well,
Last time we did this, we got hit with a copyright strike that we won. For some reason, Russia tried to like claim ownership of that. It said it was like Russia Sony or something like that. I forget. It was very
was it,
strange.
what did we play? God Bless America or
I
something?
can't remember what we played. Hail to the Chief.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's ridiculous that
Russia tried
Russia's
to,
trying to
yeah,
take.
it didn't make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
They didn't like
Dude,
the,
we should hit him back and we should record a bunch of like Kremlin patriotic shit and then,
yeah,
try and like monetize it.
we should. I think I still have the audio. I might put that in here.
Yeah.
Just to close this out. I think it's especially funny, especially when you're
Yeah.
saying that you're gonna, you know, be like, I thought about
Be
moving
an
out.
expat. Argentina, here I come, dude. Um,
Well,
no, realistically, I'm probably gonna be here forever, but I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna pretend that I like
try
what's
to
happening to
you can
this
try to still
country.
influence and, you know,
Yeah, I guess maybe that'll be my new thing. I've been talking about like, back in the day when MTV did Rock the Vote,
mhm.
encouraging young people to get out there. I am in the whole mindset now of cock block the vote. I don't want people to vote. Let's let's get people to stop paying their taxes. Let's get people to stop voting. Let's get people to not watch any mainstream media. Let's encourage people to just turn it all off. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it might be hard
I
here.
guess I'm
And you,
starting a fight
oh
club.
my God.
Project Chaos.
Well,
Yeah.
we're at 45 minutes, so we could probably wrap it up.
Yeah, that's way too long. That's Who's gonna listen to this for
I
45
don't know, man.
minutes, man?
We talked about streaming. I talked about Chub Rub. Maybe that'd be a good episode name. It's kind of
Chub
clickbaity.
Rub?
Chub Rub.
Yeah, Chub Rub's funny.
I did like the
Chub Rub
streaming
Dub.
streams
Chub
Team
Chub
Six or
like
whatever. What's the other name we
Rub
had?
it should be Rub a Chub Chub or Rub a Chub Dub. Dub a Chub Rub. Am I having a stroke?
Bite it?
Chub Rub's
Is bite
Chub
it in your
Rub's funny.
brain controlling like
Chub Rub Dub Dub Chub Rub. um, yeah, we can end it here. We'll do guitars next week and maybe a game or something more lighthearted. I think I had some stuff prepared a few weeks ago, and then I need to look back at my notes
Oh
and
yeah.
see what we were cooking up. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll salute to the music that I'm gonna play on the outro. See you guys.
God bless America.